Well, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't it been a minute? It's been a minute. It's around 5 months since the last watch along, but this is an important one. This is the FA Cup final, a rematch of last year's final, Manchester City versus Manchester United. Manchester United have had a horrific season full of injuries, miscalculations, lack of adaptations, rumors upon rumors, even 24 hours prior to this game. Rumors of Erik ten Hag sacking, no matter what the outcome is in this fixture, started to circulate. And they were strong rumors that had people talking, had a lot of people talking. But now it's time to step on the pitch. Now it's time to see if these players, to see if the manager prepared, to see if the players prepared, and they are prepared to go to war, because ultimately that word, war, hasn't been seen enough in the 2023-24 campaign, whether it be in the Premier League, whether it be in the Champions League, whether it be in the Carabao Cup. Only in this competition have Manchester United truly been able to display a level of fight, a level of togetherness, a level of never say die attitude, enough to bring them back to the point that they were a year ago. Come the end of the season, come May time. Well, we're back here now. Last season, it was a 2-1 loss. Conceded a freakish goal at the beginning of the game from Ilkay Gundogan. Bruno Fernandes equalized from the penalty spot before the man first mentioned, Gundogan, scored the winner in the 58th minute, I believe. We lost on 2 separate occasions in the Premier League this season. They have the opportunity to win 3 games in a single season against us for the first time since 1969-1970 Manchester City, and we can't allow that to happen. They're on a 35-match unbeaten run when you take away penalty shootouts, of course, and all of that kind. They're a juggernaut of a team, just secured their 4th Premier League title in a row last weekend. Were reached the latter stages of the Champions League again. Of course, FA Cup final. This team continues to seek trophies, to chase trophies, and Manchester United have another opportunity to stop that. But before we get into anything else, it's time to have a look at the lineups that have been displayed, and I'll tell you Manchester City's in a second. But Manchester United starting lineup, we've got Andre Onana in goal, a defense that consists of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez partnering up for the penultimate time in a Manchester United shirt. Rafael Varane, even at the end of the season on a free transfer. Lisandro Martinez coming into the starting lineup, recently returned from injury. It will be a big game and it will be interesting to see how much minutes he can play. Diogo Dalot, I suspect, will be playing in that left back position. We've seen a lot this campaign, Aaron Wan-Bissaka being out on the left, and it just did not work. I don't think you take that risk today. You put Diogo Dalot out there and he can play a decent game, because we are still missing Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. And of course, we allowed Sergio Reguilon to return to Tottenham Hotspur after his loan spell, and then he spent the second half of the season at Brentford. Midfield, Sofyan Amrabat recently came into the starting lineup, had a decent run of games, and has retained that spot, I suspect, as the holding midfielder. It will be interesting to see how he performs, and how he performs with his midfield partnership of Scott McTominay and Kobbie Mainoo, 2 players who have a license to get forward higher up the pitch and affect the game in the final third. Scott McTominay has had a lot of success this year, scoring goals, entering the box late, being one of those advanced midfielders to create overloads and to create and give extra numbers inside that opposition area. And Kobbie Mainoo, he's showcased his skills, his come of age as a Manchester United player. I've seen on the coverage here, they were kind of having a slight interview of him about his rise and how he kind of slowly just trickled into the team and potentially could have played even more games had it not been for that injury sustained in pre-season. But nonetheless, it's a big opportunity. I remember the Carabao Cup last year, and Erik ten Hag was having that conversation after everybody was celebrating, after everybody was just on the pitch soaking it in. He was having that conversation with Kobbie Mainoo saying, this will be you. And this is his moment now. Marcus Rashford returns to the starting 11. A big game for Mr. Marcus Rashford, who has had many critics this season. Some rightly so. If you're speaking about constructive criticism, he has struggled to score goals, to be that talismanic figure that Manchester United have so dearly needed, so desperately needed. When we think about his 30-goal performance in 22-23, he has failed to perform, has failed to replicate those statistics. The rest of the front line consists of Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes back in that false nine position. Rasmus Højlund on the bench. Antony, Mason Mount, Christian Eriksen, Amad Diallo, Victor Lindelof, Willy Camboala, Johnny Evans and Altay Bayındır. Casemiro had to drop out of the squad late, I suspect due to a muscle injury. That's what I saw on social media, so that will be a miss. But still a good enough team to compete. It will be interesting to see how Marcus Rashford comes into this game after being benched, after spending a few games out. This is a big opportunity for him to potentially give himself a bit of confidence. Was left out of the Euro squad, so he will have a summer to reevaluate, to rethink what he needs to do in order to refine that consistency, that confidence in front of goal that has been lacking. Bruno Fernandes had that player tribune piece where it was a rallying cry. He spoke about his commitment to Manchester United, the dream of being at this club, being the club captain, and what needs to happen today, what needs to happen in almost 8 minutes, in 8 minutes time. Yeah. Shout out to Galaxy 20. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. I appreciate you coming by every time saying this team isn't going to do what we need. Well, ultimately, Galaxy, we're going to have to hope and pray. Now, I was saying to man like Redis, shout out to Redis United. He's also doing a watch along too. I was saying, my mind is telling me get real with the program. But I'm hoping and praying for a victory of some sorts, but it's going to take a lot. In the match preview on this channel, earlier released at 9:22 a.m., I said this team will have to display a level of intensity, a level of quality that we have not seen all season long. Can they do that? Can they drastically somehow find the will, the motivation to push forward and to somehow get a result in a game where they are major underdogs? I'm not too sure, but we are here, so we have to hope. We have to hope they can. I can show you guys the Manchester City lineup as well. They got Stefan Ortega starting in goal. Of course, he's been their cut keeper for the most part. But Ederson had a fractured eye socket. Kyle Walker captains Manchester City. He lifted the title a week ago. John Stones, Nathan Ake, and Joško Gvardiol complete that starting 11. You got Mateo Kovacic, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and then of course the brilliant Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland, their top scorer this season yet again, takes home the Premier League Golden Boot. What a time to be alive. And on their bench, they've got the likes of Jeremy Doku, Jack Grealish, Ruben Dias, Julian Alvarez, Manuel Akanji, Mateus Nunes, who I did hear rumors about him potentially being available for a sale this summer. Hasn't really got going in his first season as a Manchester City player. Oscar Bob, a bright youngster, and Rico Lewis as well. The players are in the tunnel. The players are in the tunnel. You can see Bruno Fernandes on one side. You can see Kyle Walker on the other. Pep Guardiola and Erik ten Hag. It's almost that time. You can hear the crowd in Wembley Stadium roaring, raring to go. Come on. Shout out to Super Nick. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been blessed. Appreciate you coming by each and every time. I would like to take the time to thank Eric for all of his hard work, implementing a system and renewing belief in this great club. Even with a win, it's too late for you, but thanks for the good times. United. Galaxy saying, how do you stop Man City, because at this rate next year they will win again and Arsenal won't have a chance, but at least they got Champions League. Boy, that is the question. Arsenal came awfully close this season, but not close enough. Ultimately, they made the mistake that Manchester City just never make down the stretch. Eric might get sacked this year, but he should get one more season and proper money to spend, saying Galaxy 20. That's what I'm of the belief of, right? Eric Ten Hag should be given a proper season under Ineos's ownership, under Ineos's control, once they form that structure to see what he can fully do and how he can perform. Because I'm of the belief that Ineos are planning, Ineos have already reshaped a lot of the hierarchy. They will be evaluating those working internally in the hierarchy, those that are contributing, of course, to what goes on the pitch, not just the manager, the players and the coaching staff, but also those of the medical departments and so on and so on and so on, strength and conditioning. Poch got robbed of his job. Yeah, I mean, that was a baffling decision within itself, Galaxy. Seeing a strong end to the season, I understand it was underwhelming, but for the most part, they ended the season strong. They had a whole load of transfers in the summer. It was always going to be difficult to find a way to find a level of consistency in it, and they weren't able to do that except for that final stretch. So a baffling decision, but at the same time, Mauricio Pochettino also never looked like him and the board were well aligned in terms of beliefs and what he wanted out of that Chelsea job and what they wanted from him. The team have played better under him, but we don't have those players and injuries. We need to sack the medical staff, saying Galaxy 20. Ineos about to bait themselves out, saying Super Nick. While we wait for the game to begin, be sure to hit a like on the video, on the live. Subscribe to CM22ENT if you're new. Share to your friends and frenemies. Watch out for mine and my twin bro Cappy's reaction after the game. It may be later today. It might be tomorrow. But look out for the United Twins reacting to this FA Cup final. Come rain or come rain or shine, we will be there. Indeed, Super Nick. Everybody's to blame. Everybody is to blame. When somebody fails, when a team fails, everybody is to blame. Even those who are hidden. Those who are not in the public eye. And those things need to be assessed. Manchester Derby, man. I'm not trying to see no smiles. I'm not trying to see anybody dapping up too tight. We need tension. We need edge. United have won 5 of their last 7 FA Cup games against Manchester City, but on those 2 defeats, those 2 defeats have come at Wembley. United will have to overturn that run of bad luck. The home of England, of course. Super Nick saying we need a miracle. Damn right we do. And will these players be able to produce the miracle that these Manchester United fans, all of us Manchester United fans, need after such a tumultuous campaign? Get your water, get your snacks. This is going to be a long, long day, and we can see Jim Ratcliffe Dave Brailsford, Sir Alex Ferguson, all sitting in close proximity. Showing Phil Foden on the screen. He's Premier League player of the season this year. He scored some big goals. He's risen to the occasion even more with a heightened role in this Manchester City team, with Kevin De Bruyne missing significant time in parts of this campaign. He has truly stepped up and showcased his quality, which I'm sure he will be raring to show once again come June time when the Euros start. Marcus Rashford on the other end, coming off a 30-goal season last year, has struggled significantly. Now is a big moment for him to re-establish his quality on the grandest stage in English football. Come on. And we have kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go. United need to survive past 12 seconds to not beat the record of City scoring and opening under Ilkay Gundogan. The ball played forward. Here goes Marcus Rashford. Walker chasing and challenging, and Ortega will claim. And a dangerous pass out there to Bernardo Silva, but he's able to get it there nonetheless. Here's Walker now, captain in Manchester City. De Bruyne, now Erling Haaland. McTominay and Amrabat chasing. Haaland holds on to it superbly. Now Vardiol, he's played a role in there. Haaland goes down. He clashed with Lisandro Martinez. Didn't look like there was much in it. I'm sure VAR will take a look at it. You can see Kovacic and Rodri arguing with Andy Madley, referee for today. Pep Guardiola screaming at the fourth official. No penalty. Is Nathan Ake taking the ball past Bruno Fernandes and playing it up to Erling Haaland. De Bruyne couldn't take that pass in his stride, and Manchester United have possession once again. I think it will be beneficial for this team in red to get a few minutes of possession under their belt. At times they have struggled to retain possession. Not at times, throughout the entirety, really. The majority of this season. That will be an important part of their game today, whether they're able to be efficient in possession. And you can see Dalot already giving away a pass aimed towards Kobbie Mainoo, and a free kick given away in the middle of the park by Sofyan Amrabat. John Stones out to Josko Vardiol. Known as a defender, but has been finding himself forward in that unique wing-back role Manchester City like to use in possession. With Kyle Walker hugging the touchline, Josko Vardiol on the other side as well, affecting the game, getting goals and assists. Really coming to his own in a Manchester City shirt since arriving. He struggled at times, no doubt about it. But it is always difficult to adapt to a Pep Guardiola-led system that is so tight-knitted. Here's the Dutchman, Nathan Ake. Manchester United staying compact, out of possession in their own half. That front three, almost McTominay coming in to press as a fourth, which is rather interesting. You can see it's Garnacho, Bruno, McTominay close by, and Marcus Rashford pressing as a four, and Amrabat and Kobbie Mainoo all sitting behind. Here's John Stones. Manchester City just relegated to passing across their back line so far, not able to find spaces and gaps to play through just yet. But we do know this team, a Pep Guardiola team, any Pep Guardiola team are used to lulling their opponents to sleep before they attack and bite like a viper. Bruno Fernandes pressing. Bernardo Silva receiving the ball right now and playing it to Nathan Ake. A little bit of pressure on the ball. He plays it back to Stefan Ortega. It's a good way just to push Manchester City, the champions of the Premier League, back. A solid press thus far by Manchester United. Let's see if they'll be able to keep it up. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Nice little ball to Kyle Walker, who touches it inside. It's a heavy touch, a heavy couple of touches, but he's able to just about retain possession and slide the ball into Mateo Kovacic, formerly of Chelsea. Has performed well since coming over and being that different type of replacement to Ilkay Gundogan, who provided goals in the latter stages of his Manchester City career the last couple of years. Crucial goals at that. Rodri in this midfield, he doesn't lose when he's in the lineup for Manchester City, and he also can come up with crucial goals scored on the weekend against West Ham United. Ball played down the line. Diogo Dalot will be able to deal with that one just about. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Finds a gap and gets it to Scott McTominay. Well played. It was a poor pass though to Sofiane Amrabat. Almost got Manchester United in trouble. Varane can find Wan-Bissaka. Maybe a chance to push forward now on that right-hand side. Garnacho. Now Amrabat playing it back. Just taking some time once again on the ball to engage their players. Dalot has had a positive season for Manchester United, receiving a lot of praise. I believe player of the season for Manchester United. Something to grow upon, his versatility to play on that on the right, on the left-hand side, and has been able to get attacking returns. My only issue is that I would love to see fullbacks get forward more in a Manchester United team, because I believe a guy like Dalot has so much more to offer going forwards and getting attacking returns. Here's Martinez. Now Andre Onana. He also had an interesting interview of Gary Neville on the overlap. Quite a motivated character as he plays the ball forward to Marcus Rashford, but that pace and power of Kyle Walker once again just calmly dealing with it. John Stones was under pressure though from his pass, and instead is a Manchester City throw in just about. Kyle Walker wasn't happy with his defender, wanted him to come closer. Here's Rashford, nice footwork there to get to Dalot, slides it through to Scott McTominay, gives it to Bruno Fernandes, a little space, now Garnacho, gets the shot away, straight at Ortega. But that was positive by Manchester United. Able to play the ball forward, get out of a tight position, and find Alejandro Garnacho on that right-hand side who couldn't place his strike in that bottom left corner. Ortega's right. It's Kovacic giving it to Josko Vardiol. Now Kevin De Bruyne, first time through to Phil Foden. Has space on the left-hand side, trying to clip it towards the back post. Well dealt with by Licha. Now Bernardo Silva, Manchester City will come again. It was towards Erling Haaland originally. Clip towards the back post again, towards Foden, and he gets contact, but straight into the side netting. Varane just initiating the goal kick to Onana. Manchester United playing out of the back. Need to be careful there as Dalot's pass is cut out by Phil Foden, only for a Manchester United throw-in. Just got away with that one there. Wan-Bissaka to throw the ball back onto the field of play. Bruno heads it back to him. And it's pumped forward there. Marcus Rashford can chase. John Stones will head it back to Ortega. And Kyle Walker will have some space to run into now that Marcus Rashford isn't on that left-hand side. But Kobbie Mainoo, Manchester United do a good job of getting back. You can see Rashford operating through the middle at this moment of time. Him and Bruno just switching positions. United win back possession. Here's Amrabat. Just pirouetting around to find some space to find Raphael Varane. Now here's Andre Onana, Lisandro Martinez. Once again, need to be careful. And Onana, safety first, just pumping it clear. No risks at all taken by this Manchester United back line. Interestingly, now Bruno's picked up Scott McTominay's position, and now McTominay's furthest on the left. Pressing as a 4, as I said earlier. Trying to prevent those gaps of playing into the central areas where a Kovacic and Kevin De Bruyne or Phil Foden can operate. And wreak havoc. Here's Rodri. Now Foden, just inside of Manchester United's half, clipping it out to Josko Vardiol. Touches it down and plays it nicely into Kovacic. Space to run into. Here's De Bruyne. Takes a touch. Shifts it to his left. Back on his right. Back on his left. Headed away by Varane. Ball was towards the near post. And completed clearance by Lisandro Martinez. Is De Bruyne again, this time on the left-hand side still. And just travelling into that central position. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has got caught, but the ball was a little too far forward and Varane was able to deal with it. That is what Aaron Wan-Bissaka needs to look out for. A slight weakness in his game is falling asleep and allowing attackers to get ahead of him. That can't happen today in dangerous positions, because if Manchester City get that ball right, De Bruyne is in behind. Here's Erling Haaland, doesn't get the touch all right and fouls Lisandro Martinez. who was aggressive and first to that loose ball. Good defending. Kobbie Mainoo. Not a perfect pass towards Rafael Varane, but he'll take it. No press just yet. Here's Onana trying to play it into Dalot. It was a dangerous one. Foden gets a toe to it. United throw-in. May have been a handball by Amrabat, but Manchester City have possession. And Foden's fouled anyway, so free kick once again. Another stoppage in play this time around. Not happy with the challenge. You can see Lisandro Martinez very aggressive. Hardly gets any contact, it looks like, from the replay, to be fair. But you never know, innit? When you are airborne, when you are moving at pace, sometimes the littlest of touches can take you off track. Manchester United are going to make Manchester City have a running start, playing a high line. De Bruyne and Kovacic, or Kyle Walker more so, speaking over it, but it will be De Bruyne to deliver. Can he deliver for Manchester City? 15 minutes into the FA Cup final. The Manchester Derby FA Cup final. Ball in, headed away by Varane again. How Manchester United will miss Rafael Varane. Will be interesting to see if they will be able to replace him in the summer, showcasing in these early stages how much quality he still possesses, especially alongside Lisandro Martinez. City throwing again. Here's Erling Haaland. Quick throw by Vardio. Finds De Bruyne. Now Rodri. Lifted pass towards Bernardo. Finds him. Good blocking by Dalot. Second touch, just booting it clear. Here's Kovacic. Now the Spaniard Rodri again, finding Kyle Walker. Will be representing England again in the Euros this time around. Bernardo Silva had some space to operate in, and it's a poor pass by Phil Foden. Josko Vardio was in space on that left-hand side. All he needed to do was cushion that one for a first-time delivery, and it goes out of play for a goal kick to Manchester United. Pressure relieved. How's everybody feeling so far? Almost 20 minutes into this cup final. A few mistakes creeping into Manchester City's game. Manchester United also have made some jittery mistakes, but have warmed into the proceedings. You can see the way this game is going to go. Majority possession for the team in blue, and Manchester United will look to capitalize off potential mistakes high up the field. And maybe look to create some opportunities of their own. Here's Mateo Kovacic. Josko Vardiol. Jittery but safe start from Super Nick. I agree. Yes, Phil Foden. Back to Kovacic. Foden again. Didn't exactly take that ball in his stride, but here's Rodri now in a decent position. Turns back, gives it to Kovacic. Finds De Bruyne. Bounces it first time to Nathan Ake. Manchester City really stringing a few passes together now at high intensity before slowing it down. They are one of the best in the world, if not the best, at changing tempo at an instant. You can see when there are those trigger points, Manchester United will engage, will push Manchester City to play that ball back, and some slight frustration. De Bruyne out of play, uncharacteristic from him towards Josko Vardiol. Not the first time a ball towards the Croatian has been misplaced. Sandro Martinez, nice ball into Kobbie Mainoo, and a 1-2 with Marcus Rashford. Now what can he do? Just lovely close control. Ball over to Marcus Rashford again. It's Kyle Walker, but dangerous ball. McTominay was in there, shot blocked. And my goodness, John Stones got a crucial block in there. Vardiol almost giving it away before playing it back to Ortega. Here's Bernardo Silva. In a tight spot, plays it back to John Stones. Now here's Ortega. Paul, dangerous pass to Kovacic. Again, Ake clears. My goodness. What was Ortega thinking? Bernardo now. Erling Haaland. This game is coming to life. Tackled by Dalot. Free kick Manchester City. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just a crazy last minute or so. Maybe that little sequence will be what this game needed. McTominay almost twice capitalizing on some mistakes there from the Manchester City players. Stefan Ortega on the second occasion playing a dangerously wild pass towards Kovacic in his own area with his back to the press. Super Nick saying we can win this chinks in City's armour. Or am I talking too soon? Nah, United. To everybody that's news, just join. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to CM22ENT. If you're new, share to your friends and frenemies. Still got a lot of this game to go. Here's Bernardo Silva. Loses control there and Dalot wins it back. Free kick Manchester United. Bernardo Silva brought down his fellow countrymen. Both of them will be going to the Euros. Potentially one of the favourites, Portugal. Nice ball by Lisandro Martinez into McTominay. Finds himself in a bit of space now. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Garnacho. Now McTominay again. Wan-Bissaka playing it down the line into Garnacho, who tries to take Nathan Ake and blast past him, but it's good defending by the Dutchman. Excellent defending, in fact. Strong, patient. And Garnacho just loses his footing in a crucial moment there as the ball goes out of play. You know, they're speaking about whether Garnacho's goal against Everton this season was better than Wayne Rooney's. I originally said that I feel like it's better, but almost the imperfections of Wayne Rooney's strike, the ball coming off his shin, I feel like right now, and this is how I'm feeling right now, make Wayne Rooney's goal much better. Of course, it had a bigger meaning to it as well. The importance of that goal at the time in the Manchester derby. But almost the imperfections of Wayne Rooney's strike and how he delivered it, the celebration, the meaning, overall, right now has me feeling like it was the better goal, but both phenomenal. Here's Vardio. Now Rodri. Kyle Walker bouncing it into Foden, and John Stones will get a touch too. Walker. Now Foden straying towards that left-hand side where he can play it to Bernardo Silva. Cuts inside. Now Foden, one touch. Now Kovacic, good chance. Plays it across and nobody's there. Manu could clean it up. But my goodness, Erling Haaland drove forward. Was looking for the ball across the face of goal. Kovacic pulled it back. And ultimately, there was no Manchester City player in that area. Scary moments there for Manchester United. Foden, Amrabat, cautiously marking. Walker looking for a forward runner of some sort. Now Vardio, he's had quite a few touches on that left-hand side already. Kevin De Bruyne with some sweet close control has to play it back again. Just not a lot of space to operate in, to the credit of Manchester United and how they've set up in this game. Thus far, at least. Here's John Stones. Playing it to Kevin De Bruyne. Vardio making a run down the left-hand side. Foden through the middle, plays it back to the Belgian. Now Rodri clipping it towards Erling Haaland. Another crucial defensive header there by Rafa Varane. And Bruno will boot that ball clear for Rashford to chase. But Ortega will get there first and play it to the captain of Manchester City. Well, Bruno Fernandes fouling Phil Foden. Almost caught him in the centre of the pitch there. Weren't a lot of Manchester United numbers committed. But still. Erik ten Hag barking, watching his team with razor sharp eyes as Pep Guardiola barking orders on the other side of him. He'll be potentially thinking how Manchester United could find a way to open up this fixture and create some chances of their own. Maybe potentially he'll be happy with his team's defensive focus to start this game. But here's Vardiol, tries to get past Wan-Bissaka, but it's good recovery there by Manchester United's number 29. It's Kyle Walker. Gives the ball away. Now here's Sofian Amrabat. Into Diogo Dalot. Plays a long ball towards Alejandro Garnacho. Can he take it out? Oh my goodness! What a mistake! Garnacho! Alejandro Garnacho puts Manchester United into the lead. Ortega, Vardio, big mistake. And Garnacho taps it in and gives Manchester United a 1-0 lead. You can see that ball played by Diogo Dalot causes a lot of problems for that Manchester City back line. Garnacho chases. He's onside. He chases as he gets in behind of Josko Vardiol as the ball bounces. Ortega hesitates. He comes out. He hesitates. Vardiol wants to head it back to his goalkeeper, probably not realizing where Ortega has come, and Garnacho, like a thief in the night, capitalizes on Vardiol's mistake, on Ortega's mistake. And Manchester United should have a 1-0 lead. What a moment. What a lead. What a mistake that could be for Manchester City as Ten Hag celebrates. That was a mistake, saying Galaxy 20, a big mistake. But Mr. Garnacho with a massive goal for Manchester United here to kickstart this cup final. We need to keep our heads. Super Nick is 100% correct. But here's Phil Foden now. Tries to play in early on and cleared away by Varane. He has been one of the highlights of this performance thus far for Manchester United. Here's Dalot. Giving it to Bruno Fernandes. Lovely little feet there. Plays in Rashford, but John Stones can get there in time. The ball is just a little too far ahead of Marcus Rashford. Here's McTominay. Oh, pinched away just about. Now Wan-Bissaka. Potentially Manchester City under the cosh right now. After self-sabotaging defensively. Andre Onana. Clipping the ball, straight line drive down the pitch towards Dalot, who may need to get back into position now as Ortega claims. Josko Vardiol cuts back, gives it to Mateo Kovacic. Vardiol will be very disappointed with the lack of communication in that mistake with Stefan Ortega. You have to ask the question, what was the Manchester City goalkeeper doing also? He ventures out again and just hesitates. Finds himself in a point of no return. Here's Silva. Now, Kevin De Bruyne can't find Rodri and doesn't win a free kick either. Now Marcus Rashford plays it back towards Dalot, receives it, gives it to Kobbie Mainoo, who's looking to get away and calmly get away from it. Bruno Fernandes just winning possession back for Manchester United. We've got hounds. Absolute hounds. They've been boosted from that goal. Garnacho ball in, headed away by Stones. Kobbie can't quite control. Manchester City can come away with it. Bernardo Silva with a poor pass forward there. Absolutely nobody had a chance of receiving this pass towards the left-hand side. Ultimately, it will be these minutes that are crucial for Manchester United. How they can navigate through these first 10 minutes of scoring that goal, taking the lead, holding their nerve as Garnacho tries to turn away from Gvardiol and fouls him. Kovacic. Kyle Walker. Trying to find Kevin De Bruyne. A great challenge by Lisandro Martinez. How he has been missed in that Manchester United defence this season cannot be understated. Foden. Nathan Ake. Now Rodri. United back into their shape. Compact, together, committed. Now Gvardiol, a nice little clip pass out there by Rodri. Kovacic having some space to dribble into. Haaland can't quite find a Manchester City player again. The ball just bobbling off of his feet. "36 minutes played thus far. Manchester United leading 1-0 at Wembley Stadium in the FA Cup final. A goal scored by Alejandro Garnacho after a huge mix-up from Josko Gvardiol and Stefan Ortega. Bernardo Silva, long-range strike, just looking to test Onana. Straight down his throat, nonetheless. Easy claim. It's Kobbie Mainoo playing it to Fernandes, and he'll give it to Rafael Varane. He'll look for an option to clip in. Garnacho, he may be offside. He is in. Rashford's there too. He plays it across. Offside. Offside. Rashford put it into the back of the net, but the referee's flag does come up late on. You did suspect that Garnacho may have been offside, but let's see this again. Ooh, it's tight. But I think he's offside, yeah. But promise from Manchester United, showing that they have the ability to exploit Manchester City's frailties with the ball over the top. That ball over the top. One that caused major problems for City's defence in the lead up, in the build up to that Garnacho goal. Here's Rodri though in some nice space, enters the area, pulls it back to De Bruyne. Headed away by Dalot, didn't get all of it. Now here's Kobbie Mainoo, out to Marcus Rashford. Switch in play beautifully, masterfully, out to Garnacho, the goal scorer. He's got a... Oh, here's Bruno Fernandes. It's the rising to the occasion. Erik ten Hag sips water. Medlem at Wembley. Again, Manchester City sliced in half. Cut open. And it's Kobbie. Oh, so cool. Oh, so composed. Experienced beyond his years. To provide a crucial finish. To give Manchester United some breathing space. 2-0. Garnacho into Bruno. That lovely first-time reverse pass. Into Kobbie Mainoo, who was in position. It was excellent. It was superb. And a side-footed finish. Ortega had no chance. Wow. Galaxy 20 said unless it's 4-0, I am not happy. Super Nick saying City done out here. Ten Hag celebrates again. Kobbie Mainoo celebrates previously. Haaland with his head in the sky, asking the heavens why. Manchester United with a 2-goal cushion, a 2-goal lead. And Manchester City are struggling. Rodri clipping it over to Bernardo Silva. Less than 5 minutes to play in the first half. And you can hear those Manchester United fans responding to brilliance. But here's De Bruyne. Plays it across the line and Haaland is not there. Goal kick. Didn't quite have the curve in order to find Erling Haaland, who was running into that position. Kobbie Mainoo does survive that moment where he allows De Bruyne to slip in behind. Goal scorer of the second goal for Manchester United. What a moment it is. Kobbie Mainoo has established himself in this team. With all of the injuries, the adversities, he has shown his true qualities. And yet again, he affects that. But here's Bruno, wins the ball high up the pitch. Cuts inside, takes the shot, blocked by John Stones. Rashford will chase. Manchester United throw in. This is an unrecognizable Manchester City performance in terms of mistakes being made constantly in possession. Martinez plays it back to Andre Onana. Had a rough start to his Manchester United career early in the season. Multiple mistakes in the Champions League that potentially led to them exiting. Mistakes in the Premier League, but he has come a long way since returning from the African Cup of Nations and representing Cameroon, where he had his issues also with the coach Rigobert Song. And they were able to reconcile. Here's Walker. Manchester City's 35-game unbeaten run in all competition. In all competitions is under major threat right now. Dalot clears. Vardio. Nathan Ake. Into Rodri, who rarely ends a match at 90 minutes on the losing side. Now Walker into Kevin De Bruyne. Rashford gets a foot in, but De Bruyne will still be there and Dalot completes the mission. McTominay getting past Walker does well and earns his team a free kick. Good work there by the Scotsman to relieve the City pressure. Here's John Stones. Nice ball by Ake out to Vardiol. Plays it inside to Kovacic. Bruno Fernandes pressing rigorously, but good work there. And De Bruyne is fouled. And it's a yellow card for Kobbie Mainoo. First yellow card of the game, I believe. Yeah, takes out De Bruyne there. A promising position here for De Bruyne. He's had a couple of free kicks in decent areas on either side of the pitch. Let's see what he can produce now. We're in to added time. 2 minutes added on. The final minute to go. De Bruyne and Onana can easily claim. Good communication there from Dalot and Onana to handle the situation accordingly. Haaland will try to run onto a De Bruyne ball, but it's Aaron Wan-Bissaka's outstretched left boot getting rid of the danger once again. Here's Mateo Kovacic trying to find Josko Vardiol, and does. De Bruyne. Bruno Fernandes gets a foot in. And that'll be half-time. Manchester City are 2-0 down. And the Manchester United fans are loving it. They are responding to it very well. 2 goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo, the youngsters, taking Wembley. And right now, it is still early to speak about a trophy, but they do have at least a hand on that FA Cup trophy. Galaxy 20 saying City until the final whistle are still in it, and I couldn't agree with him more. But what a performance it has been. Resolute, committed, together, compact. Those are the characteristics of Manchester United's performance thus far as we head into half-time. Let me know how you feel about the game. Like I said, seeing Manchester United, they've pressed as a 4 with Garnacho, with Rashford, with Bruno, with McTominay in there. Sometimes they've switched positions here and there. You've seen Amrabat and Kobbie in behind. Very compact. Those 2 fullbacks have an important part to play as well, because when you look at Josko Vardiol and Kyle Walker on the other side, hugging that touchline and being those wide outlets, the Wan-Bissakas and Dalots of the world have to be extremely careful, as do Amrabat and Kobbie Mainoo when you have those Kevin De Bruyne's and Phil Foden's on the inside, making quick runs in behind that defense. You need to be switched on. And aside from a couple of occasions where Kovacic gets in behind, nice combination play with Phil Foden and pulls it back, nobody's there. De Bruyne gets in behind. He plays a dangerous ball towards Erling Haaland. On a couple of occasions, you can kind of fault Manchester United defensively, but not on many occasions. It has been a solid performance for the most part defensively, but now that needs to continue for the remainder of this second half that will be coming up very soon. Let me know what you think about the game thus far. I will be back. Well. Oh boy. I tell you what a feeling. Just looking at that mistake there by Vardiol again, a lack of communication on both of their parts, of Vardiol and Stefan Ortega. They've been ever present, reliable in that Manchester City defense, but this performance by the champions is not just them. For example, they have made the mistakes leading to goals, for example, but when you look at the balls given away by Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, just sloppy passes here and there, you can tell it's a crucial 15 minutes in the locker room, especially, well, for both teams, but Manchester City especially, because they just haven't really come out to play. They've lacked quality when they've truly needed it. And that's been the biggest problem. Whereas Manchester, it's almost like both teams have switched roles. When Manchester United have needed to provide the quality, they have delivered. Looking at that second goal, excellent switch by Marcus Rashford. You can see Bruno Fernandes. He looks at Kobbie Mainoo on 2 separate occasions, understanding where he is, almost 3. And then he knows where Kobbie is. So when Garnacho plays it into Bruno, first time pass, doesn't even need to look. He knows where to deliver that ball. And the finish opens up his body, side foots it past Ortega. No chance at all. Just an excellently orchestrated goal there from Manchester United, from back to front in an instant. Man, man. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. Man. There's these moments though where you have to wait, which builds the tension, especially in a cup final in a big moment. I don't think any Manchester United fan was expecting Manchester United to go into halftime with a 2-0 lead here at Wembley. But here we are. Man. And what's happening on Twitter? What's going on, Sue? Oh, what's happening on first teenagers to score in the FA Cup final since Cristiano Ronaldo in 2004. How about that, ladies and gents? How about that? Original post from Opta. Third teenager to score for Man United in an FA Cup final. Norman Whiteside against Brighton in 1983 and Cristiano Ronaldo against Millwall in 2004. Kobbie Mainoo joined him in this game as well. What a good omen. Kobbie Mainoo, man. Producing the goods. Producing the goods. Man. Rooney, look at nah. Don't diss the goat, man. Don't diss the goat. Rooney as well was confirmed as Plymouth Argyle's new manager. Just survived relegation in the Championship, so it'll be interesting to see. Another opportunity for Wayne Rooney. Spent some time out of it. We'll have to see what's going on. Long day though. Long day. Long day for Pep right now, but so much can change. So much can change, man. We just have to keep the mentality going. Can we bag a third potentially? I'm not getting away from. I'm not getting ahead of myself. You know, one thing about watching Manchester City this season, right? As I just saw Erling Haaland's first half statistics, they need to get him more involved. There are some games where he can sometimes be a distant figure, a shadow almost, where He has minimal touches, doesn't get many shots off on goal. You know, you do rely off the creative brilliance of those around him to allow him to score as many goals as he does. 27 in the Premier League this season. Another really good return, another golden boot. But sometimes in these tough fixtures, he can be a frustrated figure. He's only good with through balls. You don't do that. He don't score, saying Galaxy 20. I would argue that Erling Haaland is good aerially. He's a threat in the air. De Bruyne has these excellent balls that he can play, where he just curls it in towards the back post, and him and Haaland have that kind of psychic connection. If he was at United, he would get no goals as he would pass to him. I mean, we see that. We see that. That's not that's an obvious, Many forwards at Manchester United have struggled in recent times because of the lack of creativity and dynamism in that front line. Interesting. Apparently, Napoli are in advanced negotiation with Antonio Conte to have him become their new coach. Very interesting there. Oh man. Man. Jeremy Doku entering the field for Manchester City. And so is Manuel Akanji for Nathan Ake and Mateo Kovacic. City clearly have to prove a point in this second half. And they will be looking to start quickly, score an early goal to get back in this game. No changes for Manchester United, which makes sense. And the second half is kicked off. Manchester United kicking off that time. Here's Bruno Fernandes trying to play in Garnacho again. Gives it to Ortega. He's a little off balance. A massive second half for the Red Devils. On a rare occasion, could they end victors and prevent a three-peat for Manchester City against their City rivals? Here's Akanji getting an early touch in the second half. No doubt about it. We saw that Manchester City defense struggle from time to time as Dalot wins the ball back and just drives forward, taking on Kyle Walker. I'll tell you what, it's a difficult battle for anybody. Here's Kobe. Ball out to Marcus Rashford now on that left-hand side, giving it back to Dalot. McTominay bounces it all the way back to Lisandro Martinez. McTominay. Kobe Mainu, a little loose pass there, under hit. Manchester City win back possession. Rodri just blasting the ball. Maybe try looking to catch out Andre Onana, but nowhere near over the bar. Onana playing it into Amrabat outside of the boot pass into Lisandro Martinez. Just need to be careful in those moments, making sure that everybody's fully aware and communicating. Nice ball over the top to Rashford, but he just can't touch down the ball in his stride. Oh, what a pass it was by Martinez. De Bruyne made a run in behind, wasn't found by Kyle Walker. Instead, he plays it to Akanji. Now Vardio. Jeremy Doku. Bringing in a direct winger with pace. Danger signs potentially for Manchester United if he's in top form. Bernardo Silva. Poor pass. Doesn't find Phil Foden. Scott McTominay driving forward, has to cut back, find Marcus Rashford. And Manchester United will recycle possession. Dalot into Onana. And a lovely clipped pass into Wan-Bissaka, touches it down. Amrabat. Little danger signs there again. He was almost caught out by the Manchester City press, but he gives it to Varane, receives it back. And now Onana. Oi, 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 oi. Andre Onana hesitated there on the pass and allowed Erling Haaland to get closer. Survives just about. Oh, nice pass by Wan-Bissaka. Now Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno making a run in behind. Could this be another chance? He slides in. Oh, can't play in Rashford. McTominay was there on the other side. Oh, free kick Manchester United as Vardio clips McTominay. But Marcus Rashford was blazing through on that right-hand side. We can look at it again here. Just a nice string of passes. Manchester United looking really confident on the ball today. Taking risks. And in the end, it was well cut out. Free kick in a rather central position. Far out. Don't think this will be a strike on goal from Bruno. Oh, it's a poor execution. Gives it to Jeremy Doku as he tried to clip it out to the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka dealing with it as Amrabat slowed him down. Garnacho can't quite get to that pass. It had too much pace on it. Doku. A ball down the line. Amrabat trying to get a footing. Can't quite. Let's see what the Belgian can do. First season at Manchester City. Had a really blistering start, Jeremy Doku. Flamed out just a little bit. Here he is. It's Josko Vardiol operating in a central position right now. Akanji. Bernardo Silva. Up against Dalot. Ball into the area. Good header by Lisandro Martinez. Now Doku has it back. Garnacho out there ready to double. Vardiol. John Stones. Kevin De Bruyne. It's a poor pass, but it finds Foden and they mix up again. Manchester United will be able to get the ball back. frustrating moments, I'm sure, for Pep Guardiola watching on the sidelines as his players constantly are just making minor mistakes. Here's Scott McTominay. United in a bit of space to operate in. Garnacho, Rashford at the back post. Can't quite deliver just yet. Pulls it back to McTominay, who goes down. Bruno Fernandes. No space to operate in. Akanji can get it away. Now Rodri. Doku, doubled by Wan-Bissaka and Bruno in a tough challenge, but Manchester City win the free kick. Here's Rodri. Clips it towards Doku. One-on-one versus Wan-Bissaka. Garnacho coming quickly for the support. Now Phil Foden. You can't let him get into a promising position with his left peg. Now Doku again. De Bruyne making a running behind. Oh, well played. It was a fast-paced ball across the ground to Phil Foden, but he couldn't get it under control quick enough in Manchester United's area. Amrabat was a step behind. Well played by Rodri to get that ball under control. Now here's Foden. Jeremy Doku. Nice ball again. Haaland off the crossbar. And cleared by Garnacho. Erling Haaland. First shot on goal. And he reverberates the crossbar. Rodri. To Stones. Manchester United under real pressure. Best period of the game here for City. Foden. Doku in space. De Bruyne peeling away. Doku gets past Wan-Bissaka. It's the even better recovery challenge there by Wan-Bissaka. Manchester City corner. De Bruyne delivers. Onana with a weak enough punch, but strong enough to find Amrabat, who can clear it away for now. Here's Rodri. Looking up. Can't find a ball into the area, so plays it across. Now here's Kevin De Bruyne. He delivers into the area. Nobody there. Goal kick, Manchester United. Ooh. Wow. Kevin De Bruyne is coming off the pitch for Julian Alvarez. Wow. That'll be the end of this cup final for KDB. Martinez playing it forward. Can't quite find a Manchester United shirt. Dang, they are switching. We need to be really careful. It's true, Super Nick. They have taken the momentum of this game by the scruff of their necks again, and Erling Haaland hitting the crossbar was the biggest warning sign yet. Nice ball into Julian Alvarez. Goal kick, Manchester United. It was a ball in behind from Kyle Walker. Alvarez is not happy with that decision at all. Onana kicks it long. Akanji with a free header. Now Rodri. Doku has been a spark since coming on for Manchester United. Now one-on-one with Varane, cuts inside. Wan-Bissaka's there also. Alvarez, John Stones into Bernardo Silva in the area. Stones sitting it towards the back post. Rodri didn't quite anticipate it. Nobody won the header. He has the ball now into the box. Header won by Dalot. And Bruno Fernandes with a slight nudge to Foden, who goes down, clears it away. Bernardo Silva with a dangerous clearance. Now here's Garnacho running through, but Vardiol strong defending. Spaces in the midfield opening up now. Manchester United just need to regain a little bit of control as Manchester City take it over. Doku's strike blocked by Wan-Bissaka, and Amrabat can clear it away. Moments of madness where this game is opening up. Alvarez. Now Rodri. To Jeremy Doku again. A lot of their successes have come from the substitute, Vardiol. Now Kyle Walker, line drive, strike, saved by Onana. Top class. Caught beautifully by Manchester City's captain, and Onana matches the power and parries it away for a corner kick. Taken short by Bernardo, receives it back from Foden. Hesitates to deliver, gives it to Alvarez. Doku waiting centrally. Wan-Bissaka just about preventing anything from going forward. Kyle Walker forced a really good save out of Onana. Now Bernardo Silva up against Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side. Alvarez delivers towards the back post, headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Rodri retrieves. Ball in again, and a crucial defensive header by Varane. Onana was coming out, but Varane took no risks. Another corner City. Alvarez taken short again, potentially getting Manchester United. Alvarez over the bar. Tried to catch Manchester United off guard. Alvarez wanted the ball in behind first time, but as it bounced back to him, he was intrigued by that left-footed strike. Unfortunately, didn't catch it correctly, and it sails over the bar. Oh, what a save by Onana. It swerves away from him, and he just has to use that outstretched left hand. My goodness. Super Nick saying, Andre. Steve McLaren, Ten Hag speaking over the dynamic of the game, how they can potentially slow down Manchester City's momentum. Foul on Dalot there, pulling down Erling Haaland. Rodri His ball was blocked by Bruno. United will come forward again. Rashford making a run through the middle. He finds Scott McTominay. Bruno Fernandes takes a strike on goal, block. That may have been a handball as well by Stones, but he didn't know much about it. Vardiol. Still Foden. Stones into Akanji. Of course, Manuel Akanji's former team is in a Champions League final a week from today against Real Madrid. McTominay trying to chest it down to a red shirt. Doesn't find one. Akanji has it back now for Manchester City. Rodri. Changes will be crucial for Manchester United in this game. You can see that the likes of Phil Foden. Alvarez, is it? Oh, he's missed. Just wide of the goal. He was played in by Phil Foden, as I was just about to mention. The likes of Phil Foden are finding spaces in the middle, in the center of the pitch, and are being found constantly now for Manchester City. And his ball to Julian Alvarez was excellent. And he can't get the ball out of his feet there, the Argentinian World Cup winner, as he just scuffs that ball wide of Andre Onana's goal. Should be 2-1 Manchester City. It's still 2-0 Manchester United. As I still should be 2-1 Manchester United. It's still 2-0 Manchester United. Ortega kicks it long towards Erling Haaland, who may have been fouled there, but Andy Madeley wasn't looking to blow a whistle. John Stones misses a header. McTominay can win back possession. Now Rashford plays it to Dalot. Oh, nice little piece of skill. May have got a bit of luck and strikes on goal, but wide. Nice little flurry forward there by Dalot, but drags that strike wide. 65.5 minutes gone in the FA Cup final. The penultimate game of the season for both of these teams. Right now, it is Erik ten Hag's Manchester United who have the advantage. Goals courtesy of Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo. Here's Doku. You can see, because Doku can operate out wide and hug that touchline, Vardiol has the license to become a more inverted player and add extra numbers in that midfield, as John Stones just striking well over the bar. Rasmus Højlund is being ready to come on the pitch. It looks like him and Jonny Evans are warming up. Here's McTominay. Takes the ball down. Lovely. Lovely touch there, but isn't able to travel far forward with it. Now Doku. A little turn. Well challenged by Wan-Bissaka. Amrabat will come away with it again. Varane. Onana. Just needs to make a quick decision in these scenarios. Doesn't need to put himself under pressure. Foden nudged off the ball there by Amrabat. Must say it's been an accomplished performance again by the man on loan from Fiorentina. Now, Garnacho strike on goal. Should have been saved by Ortega. Was saved, out for a corner kick. Only 4 players in the box here for Manchester United currently. Fernandes floating it over to Varane, just a little too high. There were more who entered late. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Bernardo Silva looking like he's doing a little extracurricular activities with Johnny Evans, who was warming up on the sideline. Gets away with it just about. Oh, Akanji with a dangerous pass to Ortega. Bruno Fernandes was right there. Haaland chesting it down. Amrabat got in a tackle momentarily, but the strength of Haaland prevails. Yeah, no diddling. No doubt about it, Super Nick. Here's Doku. Vardiol. Foden bouncing it into Rodri. And Foden goes down, but nothing given there. Soft. City fans are looking perplexed right now. Happy to be there, not happy to see the scoreline. Foden clipping it over to Doku, and Wan-Bissaka just bringing it down expertly. It's a bad pass back there by Garnacho, but Varane deals with it, clips it forward. Rashford holding off Kyle Walker, but again, just strong defending. Rodri finds Julian Alvarez. %72% City possession. Here's Doku now in a little bit of space, running into the area. What can he do? Oh! Shot was blocked and it just travelled away from Haaland, away from Bernardo Silva. The ball is just not finding Manchester City players where they need it to find them right now. And Lisandro is getting some treatment from his players, a little bit of cramp potentially. Super Nick saying City rattled. No doubt about it. Frustration will start to increase as we're into the final 20 minutes now. Rasmus Højlund and Johnny Evans will be entering the pitch. Lisandro Martinez coming off an excellent performance as he argues with Jeremy Doku. Kyle Walker pushing him. What's going on here? Referee, man, do your job. Do your job. Well, go on for Kyle Walker. Keep your head, big man. Oh, now you know he's trying to bark with Martinez. Go ahead. Marcus Rashford also departing for Rasmus Højlund. Kyle Walker. United players taking their time to come off the pitch. A solid performance by Marcus Rashford also. Corner kick City. It will be Phil Foden to deliver. Doku's playing short. It's curled into the area, an in-swinger. And a good defensive header by Dalot, and Evans completes the mission. Another corner. Alvarez in this time around. Haaland was there. He goes down. Players are asking the question. Andy Madeley isn't looking bothered. Can see on the replay. Here's Alvarez. Look at Amrabat just running like a madman. City still in possession nonetheless. John Stones. Kyle Walker. Manuel Akanji. Josko Vardiol. Here he is again now. Rodri. Just waiting for that gap to open up. But Manchester United, for the most part, have been extremely solid. Doku taking on Wan-Bissaka. Can't get away with him. And now Amrabat doubling up. Julian Alvarez. Kyle Walker lined up a strike again. Good save by Onana. McTominay gets there first. And I believe they've lifted an offside flag for somebody. Another strong hand by Onana this time around, his right. Oh yeah, Erling Haaland was offside on the original shot from Kyle Walker. So if it was to come out to him, he would have been offside. They're not winning because they have to explain their financials. I'll tell you why they're not winning, Galaxy. Their execution in the final third. Even though they've improved in the second half, they struggled in the first, or really poor. And Manchester United have been very committed. But Amrabat here gives away a dangerous free kick just outside the areas. Andy Madley. This time around, it looked like a little tussle, a little shoulder to shoulder with Jeremy Doku. Yeah, you can see the little shove there by Amrabat with his right hand. Tries to do it discreetly, but it's caught out. Phil Foden is there. Alvarez is there. Capable candidates. Perhaps a big moment in this game for Manchester City. Less than 12 minutes to go of the 90. Whistle blown. It will be Foden. Straight into the wall. They do their job. And Wan-Bissaka wins possession. On Alvarez's passes, Vardio blocks the ball down the line, and it's out for a throw into Man United. Am I a hater if I don't care if we win? Well, listen, I hear it, man. I don't know. I care if we win because it will be a very good moment. We can look at and assess the situation the next day, but ultimately, like, as a Manchester United fan myself personally, winning is winning, man. And this is a cup final. Rasmus Højlund doing some really good forward play there. Just holding off Manuel Akanji and being able to win a free kick high up the pitch. But you know, everybody has their own way of processing situations, Galaxy, so you do you. Now it's an interesting free kick for Manchester United. You can see Varane, Evans, Højlund in the area. Bruno could, of course, take on the shot with a three-man wall of Alvarez, Haaland, and Foden. He does take the shot, but it's straight into Ortega's hands. As a Man United fan, I get that, but what we should be winning, we aren't even close. I hear that. And this is not me saying that this win transforms the outlook of the season at all, Galaxy 20. But just being in this moment, being immersed in this moment alone, you have to enjoy the position Manchester United are currently in. Ultimately, we can speak about what needs to be done, what needs to change afterward. Here's Rodri in the box, plays it across. Foden can't control the ball again. It was a difficult one to control. Doku, this time on the right-hand side, using his quick feet to get the ball in past the low, cleared by Evans. Corner kick City once more. Foden, in-swinger. Onana with a crucial punch. Or slap. Alvarez hesitates, delivers again. Onana with another dangerous punch. Højlund with the overhead clearance. And Kobbie Mainoo will play it down the line to Garnacho. He'll run. Walker will chase. Throw in. God, Eric Ten Hag encouraging his side, Pep Guardiola in his seat. It seems like all he's done in stressful moments is gulp on that water bottle. I put that on hold for one day, Galaxy 20, the last dance and all that. Moving like the Chicago Bulls up in here. Bruno with a nice ball. Varane won the header. Offside flag. It's free kick City. It's Alex Ferguson looking to summon some potential Fergie time. Or the lack thereof Fergie time, let's just say that. Walker pumping it up the field. And it goes out for a throw-in for Manchester United now. Ortega. Dalot has been immense in this game. So has Amrabat. Varane plays it back to Onana. Højlund trying to hold up Akanji, but his opponent wins the header that time. Amrabat picks up possession, plays it back to the Cameroonian Andre Onana, who will boot it clear towards Højlund. Now Scott McTominay, pickpocketed by Doku and fouls. Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker. Playing it into Phil Foden, who turns sweetly. Amrabat gives away another foul. Just needs to be careful there. Handing Manchester City some dangerous free kicks. Guardiola will anxiously watch on his Doku. Takes on Wan-Bissaka, across, cleared by McTominay. Bernardo Silva. Alvarez. Into Phil Foden. Now Doku. Oh, switches on to his right. Strike! Oh no! 2-1! He beats Onana at his near post. It's absolutely poor. And Manchester City, with 4 minutes remaining, have a goal, have a lifeline. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 1. Ten Hag trying to rile up the troops again, but Andre Onana should not be beaten in that position. Ay, ay, ay. Nervy moments here for Manchester United. You can see Onana late to get down. A face palm from Erik ten Hag. And now this will be a test of this Manchester United team's resolve. Can they hold out and become 13-time FA Cup champions? Or will Manchester City, the inevitable Manchester City, do it again? John Stones. Super Nick saying, why is Doku turning up now? He's turned up ever since coming on. He's been the change that Manchester City needed. Plays it across. Oh my goodness. Foden's there. Cleared away by Delo. Vardiol. Back to Doku. Wan-Bissaka needs some help from both Garnacho and Amrabat. Super Nick saying AWB better tighten up the thing. Help is needed. Kyle Walker. Stones. Doku. Vardiol. Foden. Plays it a little behind Rodri. Doku into Foden. It's a nice ball. Couldn't find Julian Alvarez. And City have to play it back to Ortega. 89 minutes gone. Manchester United surviving. Holding on. No doubt there will be minutes added on to this game. Through substitutions and fouls. Here's Doku. Plays it into Vardiol, loose touch. Given to Akanji. Lines up the strike over the bar. Not enough quality on the strike by Manuel Akanji. And Manchester United have some breathing space. One of the City coaches getting booked. 7 minutes added time. 7 minutes added time. 7 minutes for Manchester United to survive. 7 minutes for Manchester United to hold on to what could be another trophy under Erik ten Hag. What could be a better ending to a horrific campaign. Here's Garnacho. Wins a corner. No, he doesn't. Goal kick. Victor Lindelof and Mason Mount now being readied to make substitutions. City played the ball quickly, so Manchester United couldn't make their subs. Here's Doku. Cutting inside, giving it to Rodri. Stones. Foden operating on the inside of a square of McTominay, Bruno, Kobe and Delo, but it's out to Doku on the left-hand side, taking on Wan-Bissaka again, and slide challenge is perfect. Corner kick City again. Alvarez delivers. Onana claims. And that was much needed. No punch, no header. Hold on to that ball and claim it. And just booted out towards Garnacho. Vardio can win that header. Højlund's chasing it. And Rodri giving it to Doku. Garnacho with a challenge. Still City ball. And now we will see Victor Lindelof and Mason Mount coming on. The replacements will be Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho. The two goal scorers. The two goal scorers tonight for Manchester United. They've made their mark. Sorry, it's Scott McTominay and Garnacho coming off, not Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie remains on the pitch. Scott McTominay and Alejandro Garnacho. Calculated risk. Hopefully MM7 does something. Well, right now it's about surviving for Manchester United. It has been a tough second half. They conceded 8 through Jeremy Doku. The ball's given away. Here is Kobbie Mainoo now trying to play in Rasmus Højlund. He gets there ahead of Akanji, but now it's time to be smart and keep possession. Victor Lindelof. Onana with his left foot just booting it clear. It will come back to a City shirt. Good foot in there by Varane. Now Mason Mount. Bruno Fernandes trying to catch Ortega. Slipping. And we're into the 94th minute of 7 added on, 3 to go. Akanji. Rodri. No space to play in centrally. Now Doku. Not a bad option to have on that left-hand side as Rodri overlaps to get rid of Wan-Bissaka. Now Kyle Walker. Mason Mount pressing rigorously. Bernardo Silva's cross blocked by Bruno Fernandes, who has worked hard defensively for Manchester United in this second period. A little leggy. He'll need to dig deep. Bernardo blocked. John Stones gets a touch, but it goes out for a goal kick. Frustration some more for Manchester City. Kobbie getting the man of the match award. Congratulations to him. We're almost approaching that point where there's 1 minute to go. What a famous victory this would be for Manchester United. It is not over yet. Here's Akanji. It's time to move quickly. A minute to go for Manchester City to bring it to extra time. Kyle Walker. A minute for Manchester United to hold out and become champions of the FA Cup again for the first time since 2016. Doku, ball in towards Haaland. Bernardo keeps it in. Walker strike. Scuffed, blocked, Kobbie clearance. Alvarez, Højlund claims. There's so much space for United to walk into. Oh, Amrabat. Poor passes, he goes off balance. Oh, a free kick. Free kick. Free kick to Manchester United. And that will buy him some time. Great forward play by Rasmus Højlund. Alvarez booked. And that may be that for Manchester City. Ten Hag watches on. Bruno will take his time. He just boots it out of play. Manchester United are 13 times FA Cup champions. They have done it. A difficult season filled with injuries, ups and downs, inconsistencies that have plagued Manchester United for over a decade. Redemption from last season's FA Cup final, from last season's Manchester Derby defeat. Manchester United have delivered. Erik ten Hag has delivered when it mattered most. In the final game, the penultimate game of this season. It is the teenagers, Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo, who delivered the goals. But this was about a team performance. A performance that many Manchester United fans have not seen consistently throughout this campaign. But it wasn't the 11 that were deployed out there today who delivered, who fought for each other, who fought for the fans travelling and around the world. Manchester United are FA Cup champions again. Super Nick saying we did it. Thank you, Varane. What a performance by him. What a performance by Lisandro Martinez. You can look at all of the players that started today. Courageous, decisive, efficient, excellent. Those are the adjectives that you label on this entire Manchester United squad today. Apart from that slight mistake by Andre Onana to give Jeremy Doku and Manchester City a chance to get back into the game. Performances all round have deserved to lift that trophy. What a performance. Super Nick saying I just saw Malacia. I saw Shaw. Man. Wow, 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 wow. In the match preview, I questioned whether this team could find that level. I heavily questioned whether we could find that level to take it to Manchester City, to take them out of their game, to make them uncomfortable. It was an uncharacteristic performance from now the champions of England for 4 times in a row. That was a real team performance, Super Nick. Well said. Raphael Varane bows out with a trophy. Played a pivotal role. Hey, Galaxy, we won meaning we have done more than Arsenal in 22 years. Hey, Galaxy, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it tonight. This is what it means to win trophies. Now it's about building that consistency. They have to build that consistency. The ups and downs can be no more. He looked back for his England shirt saying Super Nick. In the last few weeks, those Manchester United fans who have travelled, despite the result, come rain or shine, have come to Wembley and have sounded out and have enjoyed being victorious again at Wembley. Arsenal supporting asking if I think we had a good season on. Let's not get it twisted. This has not been a good season for Manchester United in its entirety. When you look at the Champions League, the Premier League, but damn it, we've just won the FA Cup. Ask those questions in a bit. Kobe man in a match. Bruno Fernandes. You can see Rashford in tears, man. Wow. Reduced to tears. It's been a tough season for Marcus Rashford. Tough season. And those emotions are coming out to show. You saw Casemiro there, who wasn't available due to injury, can celebrate now. Yeah, Galaxy. Wow. 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 Emotional, man. I'm telling you, Super Nick. What a moment. You can see, though, everybody embracing on the pitch. Varane and Dalot celebrating. Ten Hag thanking the supporters as always. It will be a very interesting, nervy next 24 to 48 hours for him, given the strange news that was leaked prior to the game about his future already being determined. Shout out to Licha, man. Came back late in the season. He's had injuries. Struggled with injuries time and time again, and he's been missed in this lineup. But he delivered again today. And that partnership of Varane and Licha Martinez was a delight to see. Shall we sack him or not? This is from Ineos. Man, we're gonna be here to the trophy lift, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're hitting a like on the video for Manchester United becoming 13-time FA Cup winners. Subscribe to CM22 ENT if you're new. Watch out for the United twins, myself and Cappy's reaction to the game. Probably tomorrow at this point. Yeah, Super Nick, you know what? You can see it, man. He is overcome with emotions. And it does go to show that ultimately, football players are human, man. He has heard a lot. He's seen a lot this season. Coming off the best campaign of his career last season. And he's come in and he's ultimately delivered for the team. He may not have got a goal, but his work off ball, on the ball was looking sharp. And that's exactly what you need in a moment like this, in a situation, in an occasion like this. Manchester United will be in the Europa League with Spurs, Chelsea to the Conference League, Newcastle dropping out of Europe completely. Bruno. Yeah. Let him sharpen up for next season, Super Nick. Get a mental rest. I think that's very important. Mentally, just be away from football for a little bit. Sometimes that does the world of good. The problem with football nowadays is players hardly have a break. They hardly have a decent rest to just get out of the situation they've been in. Imagine being embroiled in week out intensity filled matches that take you mentally and physically, and you have to get up for that every single week, sometimes every few days, with the schedulings of the Carabao Cup and the Champions or European competitions and so forth being mixed in with the league as well. Sometimes you just need time to get away from it all. And I think this summer hopefully may be beneficial for Marcus Rashford if he takes it the right way. And yeah, man, shout out to Bruno because he played a pivotal role in this game, as did everybody else. And it started from that player tribune piece, especially with all of the rumors that were circling around about Erik ten Hag. I feel like his post came at the right time to truly refocus the fans, get them raring to go for this game, and of course the players also. Super Nick saying I got the chills. Listen, man. You know what's hilarious? Yeah, you be seeing these fans like putting up their outstretched arms. It's like, bro, I ain't trying to dap up nobody. I just lost the damn game. Credit to the players though. Some of them are doing it. I saw Pep just walking, man. He's heated. He's upset, man. It's a Jim Ratcliffe there, as is one half of the Glazers. I believe that's Avram. Rodri's 74 game unbeaten streak for Man City is now over. According to Eurofoot. Man. Excludes penalty shootouts and so forth, but man. Pep weren't pepping. Hey, listen. Man. City got their second place medals and they're dipping. It's time for the champs to do the JOB. Manchester United making that walk. That famous walk up the Wembley steps. ETH adding to his resume before he look. You gotta say allegedly, man, because you never know what news is these days, isn't it? But hey, we shall see. What I will say is that was probably the most together I've seen the team all season long. One of the most committed performances I've seen from Manchester United in a long time. In a long, long time. Bro, what one for these man, yeah, when you tweet and they're spamming their own things to in the comment section, bro. What one for these people, man? They need to fix up, you know. The ladies and men did the double. Come on. We can't forget Manchester United women's team. They didn't have the best end to the season against Chelsea. No doubt about it. But they won the Adobe FA Women's Cup. We are the FA Cup winners. The men's team. Everybody getting their medals, man. We gotta get ready to celebrate. David De Gea saying Manchester United is and always will be red. Bruno. Man, Malacia is there for true. Nice training kit, by the way. Little dark camo, gold. Yeah, nice. Quite stylish, you know, trendy. Come on, Bruno. Grab that trophy, man. Grab that trophy. Drippy super it. Come on, man. Come on. Ooh. Manchester United. FA Cup champions 2024. Come on. Hey. Varane. Hey. The fans are a part of it, man. Everybody. Buying there, getting that trophy lift. Hey. Don't drop the cup, no. Don't drop the cup. Imagine. You just drop the cup into the fans and somebody ran away with it. That would be a bit mad, you know. I can't lie. FA Cup champions, come on, Super it. Hey. Oh, man. Man, I'm going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, man. Manchester United, 2-1 winners in the 2024 FA Cup to conclude the season. Look out for the United Twins reaction. We will be doing content throughout the summer as well. Might take a little break in between to reset, to rejuvenate, but we will be there in the summer. Man. An ending that all of us deserved. An ending that those players out there for this performance deserved as well. It will be a busy summer, a busy time. But for now, at least, let's celebrate this FA Cup. If you're watching this back on a video, shout out to you. If you've been here throughout the live stream, shout out to you. Shout out to SuperNick. Shout out to Galaxy 20. Shout out to everybody that's been here on the low. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to CM22ENT. Share to your friends and frenemies. And until the next time, the FA Cup champions. We'll see you lots in a bit.